Very true. In my experience, and also speaking to my associates, the most common reason that a transaction doesn't close is because of the mortgage aspect of that offer. And this is what's happening, is the lending standards have really tightened down. And lenders are really asking for a lot of paperwork, lots of verification. I tell my buyers going in, listen, don't be surprised if they ask for your shoe size, and almost it's true like that. Really, they need documentation. And simply what that is that the lending standards were quite lax, as we all know, and then with the mortgage meltdown, the pendulum has swung the other way. You need to be really patient. You need to make sure that you have all of your information. So what I do with my buyers, for instance, is I make sure that they are qualified, that they've spoken with the lender beforehand, and that I have spoken with that lender so that I really have a good sense of who I'm working with, because after all, we're in partnership together. If I feel that that lender somehow can't perform or is over-promising, or I might ask my buyers really to not choose my lender, but would you please just speak with them so we have a backup. Also, when I'm representing a seller and I receive an offer from a buyer, the very first thing I do, oftentimes before I even have the opportunity to meet and present to my seller, is I call the lender and have a conversation with them to try to find out just how strong are these people. Do they have strong FICO scores? How difficult was it for them to get their loan? And furthermore, I have a whole series of questions that I ask that lender, especially if it's a lender I've not worked with before. Because frankly, I have been in the situation where all those answers were answered correctly in the beginning, but then in the end, maybe it wasn't a mainstream lender. Escrow ended up being delayed because we kept being put off for one reason or another. It's a reality.